Hey guys, the stream cut out. So Jabsy2, refresh your browser. Just hit the go out and come back in. I think that might work. I'm not sure why it went offline, but I'm back. Hey everybody, welcome to It Happened on a Sunday. And I'm looking for, here we go. There we go. Twitch and DF Dub. Hey, it's Dallas. Hello, hello. Let me get some. Hey Phil Langworthy in Sheridan, Wyoming. Hope you guys have your popcorn. Japsy2 in Central California on Twitch. Naz Guitars, hello, hello. On Facebook. Just Mass, Jessica. Right in Auburn, right? Braxel in Dallas. YouTube. Margaret Ryman in Atlanta on YouTube. Rosie was on. Good night, Rosie. On Twitch. Stephen Famillo and Kat on Twitch. Twitch and DF Dub in Dallas. Kevin the Music Heals in Central California. Jeannie Thompson in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm sweating up a storm here in the studio. Hey, Barbara Brown. Hi, Hayward, Lois, Tom K, Brian. Got the Emerald reunion going on there. And actually, I saw Joseph say that this was a year ago that the Emerald store opened in Florida. Very cool. Hi, Cheryl in San Bernardino. Hey, Vince. Who else is on here? Braxel's in Dallas. Shark Air. Hello, what model is that? This is the Godin Multiac Mundial. Yeah, that's what it is, I think. It's a great guitar. I think I'm gonna pull out the emerald since we got all the emerald reunion going on here. Hey Tara, next door, my neighbor next door. Emma in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Hey, on YouTube. Mason in Boston on Facebook. Holly Ray in Seattle. Ralph Higgs. Hey Ralph. Ralph was the first person on. Braxton, you got a new puppy? Peaches. Awesome. Margaret, Jessica saying hello. Jessica, Margaret. So today, if you guys watched last week, Tuesday, started a new segment called Going Down Memory Lane. I guess. I don't have an official title for it yet, but I will. I'll come up with something. And my cousin Janet, my mom might be on. She made the popcorn. My cousin Janet and Linda might be on, and my aunt Thelma. Janet, I'm showing a picture of you. This one doesn't have as much a story. This is, my mom might be able to time in how old I am here, but this is my first guitar. And then I tried to do drums, and then she threw them out the window, so it was back to guitar. Let's see if I can get this happening. Nope, that's not it. That is from the Kitsap Blues Festival. Where is it?
I wish Johnny was here!
Put it in shows. I didn't put it in shows. Where did I put this? Is it simply here? Where did I put this? All right, I don't know where I put it, so I'm gonna have to re-put it. Images. So this is going back to early childhood. Braxton, you still have your guitar from 1978? I have my Ibanez. My first real guitar, really good guitar, was an Ibanez Les Paul copy from 1976. Before that, I had like a Sears Telstar, I think it was. And then my first really nice guitar, the Floyd Rose after that was, actually, I could show that picture too. Oh, did I copy it over? Was a Steve Stevens. I won. Yeah, let me do that. A Steve Stevens, because he was the local Guitar Hero, but I won a guitar solo contest. Oh yeah, all right. So I won a guitar solo contest, then the Limelight New York City Guitar Solo Contest. There it is. This is a picture from the rhythm team. I think I played you a video from that time period a while ago. I don't have the video queued up. But, hi Felicia. Felicia's on in Sheridan. Anyway, I was playing in New York City at the rhythm team, a band called the Rhythm Team, which was crazy. 3 drummers, a percussionist, a keyboard player, 5 background singers, bass player, myself, and a horn section. And Steve Missel, the lead drummer, was singing. And I needed a really good guitar, modern guitar with a locking tremolo. And they were having this guitar. I'm not a big competitive person. They were having a guitar solo contest. The Limelight Club in New York City and Sam Ash on 40th Street. They were having a guitar solo contest, and I told my friend Iris, and I got to win that guitar. I'm going to get the guitar. So I show up, and there were plenty of people that were much better guitar players, faster or whatever, but they weren't really entertaining. And so the Limelight was a contest happened on a Wednesday night at the Limelight. There's 600 people there on a Wednesday night, slow night, but it's a Wednesday, 600 people there, and they're in the dance. You know, if you're in a club and you got to work, and you're at a club at like 10 o'clock at night, dancing, the last thing you want is a guitar solo contest interrupting that. But they had this contest, and I did my thing to perform and smile and twirl my then cheap guitar, and I won. And that's all I cared about, was winning that guitar. And it was also special because, again, Steve Stevens was a local guitar hero when I grew up at Far Rockaway, and that's a Hamer Steve Stevens model. As you guys know, I play Nags, and Steve actually is the person that introduced me to Joe and Peter at Nags Guitars. So I won that guitar, and then after a while, I was like, they said they were going to write about me winning, but they never did. And I kept asking the guys at Guitar World magazine, because they were one of the sponsors. And then finally, the next year rolls around, and they said, "Oh, we're going to definitely write about this year's winner." I was like, "Okay." So I entered again, not to win. I didn't really care about winning. I'm not that competitive. I didn't really care about winning, but I wanted the press now. I had a guitar. I wanted the press. And so I entered again when this time my friend Ira, who teched for me, came, and we both had we showed up in the same t-shirt. We had a TC Electronics t-shirt on that kind of glowed in the dark. And so I told Ira to be ready to catch the guitar. Now remember, I only have one real guitar. And so I did more of a funky blues thing. Everybody else is shredding like crazy. I did a funky blues thing. And at the end, I lifted it up by the tremolo. If you guys see me do that, where I lift the guitar up by the tremolo. And then I hoisted the guitar off in the air into complete darkness to where I knew Ira was. And I could see his shirt. And he was looking at me, and he caught the guitar. Remember, that's the only real guitar I had, and I threw it to him. And he caught it. And the crowd went nuts, which was great. And again, at the end, the guys that were competing against me were really pissed off because I was not shredding or, doing the thing that everybody else was doing. And yes, Steven Prince would have approved that move. Felicia, I haven't changed it much yet. I've changed. I'm 120 pounds. I don't think I can get my arm in that coat right now. That's 120 pounds. This is 1989. Or no, this is 88. I won the contest in 86. And then 87 is when I won it the second time. 88 is when I got the Ibanez endorsement. So there it is. That's the guitar. It's a Hamer Steve Stevens model. All right, so that wasn't the original picture I was going to show you. The picture I was going to show you is the early days. If my mom is watching, she's going to laugh. Janet, cousin Janet, if you're watching, my apologies. Here you go. I am in a diaper, so. Welcome back, Holly Ray. There it is, the early days. If you notice, I'm playing left-handed. So in the early days, I was left-handed on a lot of stuff. But in school, they would smack your hand if you wrote left-handed. So I would write right-handed at school and left-handed at home. Braxel, hot popcorn is just hot enough. Phil showed him the little Rolling Stone photo. I think I might have one in here. That's my cousin Janet. I don't know how old we are. She's only 6 months older than me. Hi, Pam. Hope you like it, Pam. We just recorded her first song the other day. I have been in the studio with Jeannie Karen. Came in and we finished her song "Dirty Little Secret," and she's shooting. I think she's working on a video maybe for it. And then Pam came in not too long ago. What year is this photo? It's probably 1966, between 65 and 66, maybe. And then Phil Langworthy wanted me to show you this. This is where the progression goes. This is Joan Osborne on the cover of Rolling Stone, and I can't even see. That's me trying to model my one day of modeling career. It was fun. And I had a friend, Sue Wilson, who worked for Calvin Klein. And she was high up in Calvin Klein. Stephen, that was a jupe jacket, and the rest of the stuff was Calvin Klein. So I got to call her and say, hey, you have Mr. Klein. Hey, Sue, you have Mr. Klein send me some clothes, because I picked I wore some Calvin Klein stuff in a Rolling Stone modeling shoot. She was like, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. And she was like ribbing me. She goes, when is it going to be out? And I told her it's February. I didn't realize Rolling Stone was twice a month. So February issue comes around, or March. What is it? March? Oh, I can't see this. No. This is March of 1996. So, the first issue comes out in March, and I'm in it, and she's like teasing me. And then the second issue comes around, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is great!" And she sent me a box of Calvin Klein stuff, from underwear to jeans and t-shirts. It was like a $45 t-shirt back in 1996, when I had all of like $18. Cheryl, yeah, they forced you to be right-handed. Stephen, you have a way less interesting and potentially more embarrassing Rolling Stone story. All right. Stephen, you got to come on the show and tell it. Pam, all John's work if you is awesome modeling. I'm not sure what I understand that. Phil, cool. Yeah, so there was a bunch of people that were musicians that they got to model in Rolling Stone, to model clothes. And that was actually, I can't remember the photographer's name. I should, but he was a high fashion photographer, and he taught me some really cool, valuable lessons about taking pictures. John Francis. Oh yeah, all of John Francis' photos are great. That photo was from 1996, way before I met John Francis, who's watching, I think, right now. Pam. Carla. Hey, Carla. I don't know if you saw this photo, Carla, if you were watching, but there's young me and my cousin Janet. Oh, socks. Socks and shoes. And my green wagon. Where's my green wagon today? I can't believe someone threw that out. All right, I got one more. Braxton got married in 1996. Oh, so this is your 30th wedding anniversary this year. Cool. Happy anniversary. Hi, Margaret. Japsy too. That explains my entire school, like middle school, high school, socks and shoes. Well, not a diaper, but Thank you, Pam. Pam says I'm still good at it, taking pictures or being in the pictures. All right, I got one more story. This one's a bit longer. So, even though it's hot, I'm gonna turn this off. 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago, I turned 50. And all right, so actually, let me back up. That year at the NAMM show, someone introduced me to this really young kid, I think it was 15 or 16, named Hunter Craig. Great, he said he was a great bass player. And I was like, all right, cool. Got to meet him, saw him play a little bit. I think he jammed with us at the NAMM show on the Saturday night. And then that next day, or at the end of the night, someone from PV, the head of PV, asked me if we would come and play at the booth. They had a big room with a big stage, lights, and a PA and stuff. And so I said, I don't know if I have to find a bass player, because my bass player, Jeff Eason, was headed back home on Sunday morning. So I remember running into Hunter, still at the Marriott, and I asked him if he would be willing to learn 4 of my songs and play. He said yes. I later found out from his dad that he stayed up all night. He never went to sleep. He was nervous and excited, and he learned the songs all night long. So we did it. We played. It was great. He'd rocked it. He had a nice little fan club come and watch him, cheer him on and stuff. And that was it. And he said, hey, you're in Alabama. My whole family's moving to Atlanta for 6 months. I'm like, that's odd. You just moved for 6 months. He goes, yeah, my family's into movies, and his family, his mom and dad were kind of like movie royalty, which they are, behind the scenes royalty. So Hunter, they moved here, and they wouldn't tell me exactly what movie they were working on, but I kind of guessed. And then Austin, who was playing bass with me, had to go back to New Jersey in the middle of the run of shows because his grandfather had passed away. So I asked Hunter to come here, and I asked if he would be able to go on the road with us for a little bit. And his parents actually said yes. So it was fun. We had a great time. And I told his mom, I said, hey, I like being an extra in movies. I would love to do. When I lived in New Mexico, I was always trying to do that, and blah, blah, blah. She goes, I might have a spot for you. I will tell you, I'll let you know. And it was going to be in December. I said, all right, cool. So the week before my birthday, she calls me up and she goes, all right, I'm working on this movie. It's a Marvel movie. And I go, Ant-Man? She goes, I can't tell you yet. And she goes, we have a spot next Wednesday, a scene where I need extras, and you could be in that if you want to. And I was like, yes, that's my birthday. Great way to turn 50. So I have to be there at like 6 or 7 in the morning. I get up. It's not that far. It's like 50 minutes away. I drive towards Atlanta, and this was such a magical day. I was just telling some people about this last night. I think it was last night. So you guys still with me? I don't see anybody. I show up. It's like crazy early in the morning. I show up at the lot. Big security, they got way security, gates and everything like that. Very big security guard walks over to me and he goes, hi, Mr. Mitchell, can I help you? And I said, I'm here to see Wendy Craig, and I'm going to be in a scene. And he goes, all right, Mr. Mitchell, can I see some ID? And I'm like, did Wendy tell you I was coming? He goes, I don't know who Wendy is, but I saw you play, blah, blah, blah. He told me where and when and where he saw me play. And I was like, whoa. So he knew who I was, but he still needed ID. He had to write stuff down and stuff like that. So that's the way the day started. And he goes, oh, they have you down for a parking spot, like right over, it's hard to get a parking spot on it, even if you're in the movie sometimes, to get a parking spot on the lot close to where the building is. So I had a spot. Wendy told me to bring a bunch of extra clothing. So Wendy does costuming. And so she was doing the costuming for Ant-Man. I believe for a while, I think she still is, but I believe for a while, and I believe she still is the head of Marvel costuming, all Marvel costume now. So she comes out, meets me, takes me in, introduces me to everyone except one person. but she introduces me. Everybody in the wardrobe. They had this. Had a 3D. They had a room where they made like miniatures and all parts that they needed for stuff with 3D printers and all kinds of stuff. And then they walked me into this big sound stage where they have a big screen, green screen, and there's a car there, and there's a bunch of people that are going to be in the scene. And then they introduced me to the head of security. And Stephen Famillo, you would dig this. I believe the head of security is former FBI, like big up in FBI. That's how Marvel takes security. There's no leaks. They made people leave their cell phones in bags and stuff like that. But they didn't ask for my cell phone, which is wild because I was friends with Wendy. And her son's Hunter, and I can't remember his brother's name. His brother Hunter was like 15 or 16 then. His brother was maybe 10. And so they're there, and I meet the head of security, and then they walk us into this one room, and there's the one guy that I have not met, and he's in charge of placing people in the scene. And he goes, "Hi." So he's talking to everybody, and he comes up to me and goes, "Hi, what's your name?" I said, "My name's Larry." He goes, "Oh, that's not what the voice I was expecting out of you." I was like, "Okay, all right, whatever." I don't know what kind of voice he wanted from me, but so then he places. So it's a casino inside. There's a craps table there, and the three secondary actors are there. It was T.I., the rapper. I can't remember his name. He's a Hispanic comedian who's been in all the Ant-Mans. He's great. And then this actor who was only in the first one. He was also in the second. He was in the Batman where he plays a Russian guy in this one who's a tech guy. And he played like Scarecrow, I think, in one of the Batmans. But if you saw him, he was David Dashmalin. I should remember his name because he made a big difference for me. So he's in the scene, and there's all these extras, and the guy who placed the extras puts me on the side. So basically, the camera's going to come down the craps table to the main actors, and then everybody that's immediately around them. Anybody over here, the camera's just going to go right by right away. We're just decorations on the wall, and they give you glasses. It's supposed to be with alcohol in it, but it's a liquid, but the ice is rubber, so it doesn't jingle. So I'm standing there, there's another guy next to me, and he was not really happy where he was, and I was like, all right, well, whatever, I'm in the scene, I'm happy. And right before they got ready to shoot, the director goes, all right, we're going to cut, we're going to break for lunch, and everybody remember where your spots are. After lunch, we'll come back and go right to that spot. So I'm like, okay. So I go back outside, and then Wendy grabs me, and all the extras are just hanging out. I think they had maybe a snack truck or something like that there, food truck. And Wendy goes, let's go to lunch. So she takes me and her sons, and we go stand in line for full catering, where the actors are, the crew, directors, and everybody. And we're standing in line behind. I should look up this guy's name. I told you this was long. Ant-Man movie cast. Oh, so his name is Michael Pena was the Hispanic actor that was really good. I believe he's Hispanic. And David Dastmalchian is he played Kurt in the movie. Baba Yaga. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, from he was in John Wick. That's right. Genie, yeah. So anyway, so we go to lunch. We're standing behind David. He turns around to Wendy, goes, "Hi, Wendy, how you doing?" Because remember, she's costuming everybody. So, and she goes, "I'm great." And he's like, "Who do we have here?" So she goes, "These are my sons, Hunter," and I can't remember his other name, her other son's name. And then he goes, listen to me. He goes, and who are we have here? And she goes, this is our friend Larry. And he goes, you're in the scene, right? I said, yeah, I'm in the scene. He goes, oh, you're not in the best spot. How do you like where you're at? I said, you know what? I'm just happy to be here. It's a great way to turn 50. He goes, is today your birthday? I said, yeah. He goes, all right, we got to do something about that spot. I was like, all right. So we go in, we eat, we have a good time, we come back. We go back into the little, so it's a little makeshift room. It's a casino, but it's like they can change the walls. That's what they think. To shoot in this, they can pull a whole wall off and shoot from any direction. So this time they're shooting from the front, and I'm on the side. And so I stand in my spot. The other guy's standing there, and the guy that put me in that spot, that was a little strange. He comes over and goes, I got a different spot for you. So he comes over and moves me over about 5 feet. And I'm like, oh, cool. This is great. And then he comes back a couple of minutes later and he moves me over some more. And then after a minute, the director comes over and he goes, you're Larry, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, your birthday? I said, yeah. And he puts me right in between Michael Pena and David Dasmalchian. I can't think of his name. I can't pronounce his name, I should say. And so I'm standing there, and David turns to me and goes, you like your spot? I go, oh yeah, this is great. So the scene got deleted. It's not in the movie. It's on the DVD as a deleted scene extra. And they made a collage out of it. So the premise of the scene is when they find out that Ant-Man is their roommate, they convince him to go to a casino and flip the dice for him. He shrinks down and he flips the dice, and they win a whole bunch of money. So first of all, here is where is it? What did I just had that. Okay.
Oh, I wish Scotty was here! Oh, I wish Scotty was here! Oh, I wish Scotty was here! Oh, I wish Scotty was here!
And that was it. That is how I turned 50. Paul Rudd. Kansas City. I didn't know he's from Kansas City. So that's my stroll down memory lane. Cousin Janet and I. And the other picture was after winning the Limelight Guitar Solo Contest and playing. By the way, that has also directly helped me get the Ibanez endorsement, Vince, because Guitar World did write about me. I entered the second time because I figured if I lose, they'll have to write the winner beat last year's winner, which was me. And if I won, then I won 2 years in a row. So they did put me in Guitar World magazine, and that's a whole nother story, really long story. But Richard Glasner saw it, and I ended up with my the Ibanez endorsement. But there you go. And I lost a pick. All right. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm looking forward to Tuesday Night Live. The Guitar Magazine write-up would have been 1988. I've shown the picture on here before. Let me see if I can bring it up again. If I still have it on my. Let me see if I still have it on my. I'm looking. I thought it was still in here. Oh, there it is. So Vince, this is the issue that it's in. And they still it's a very popular magazine because of the Hendrix issue. I can't see does it say 88 or 89? It might say 89. 88. Oh, Felicia, happy birthday to your son. Wait, Felicia, are you in the, are you in Japan? Are you in Sheridan? $1988, yeah. 88 is the year that I got my Ibanez endorsement. But yeah, so that issue came out in January. It's the NAMM, like right on NAMM, and it's a long story. I'll tell that another time. But yeah, that's the issue that was floating around NAMM when I Sheridan. Okay, that's the issue that was floating around NAMM when I got the Ibanez endorsement. I also got my the Dario string endorsement, official endorsement, after that guitar solo contest. All right, guys. Let's see if I can create some new sounds here. Gear Hippie, did I see that guitar Godin has a Strat style nylon? No. A Strat style nylon? I'm got the wrong mouse. I'm looking at. Thank you, Japsy, too. Margaret. Let's see if I can, before I go sign off, let's see if I can create a new sound. Actually, instead of creating a new sound, I wanna, hold on a second. I'm gonna do the honoring for, when I grew up in Far Rockaway, Queens, I used to hang out with my friend David Braffman. And he was always the athlete, and he always would make sure that I was okay. I grew up with chronic asthma and bronchitis, and didn't do well in sports, but I tried. But David was cool. We played stickball all the time, all the sports, baseball, football. We tried, or I tried. David was really good at it. And his younger brother Brian and his sister Risa has come to see me play every time I come to New York, pretty much. And their mom, and they lost their dad a few years ago. Their mom was always very, very nice to us, nice to me, and my mom knew their mom and stuff like that. She passed away, and today was the funeral. So I'm gonna play the honoring for Risa, Brian, and David, and yeah. So let me see if I can do that. Carol Braffman. I'm not sure why that name was at the bottom there, but. So I'm going to do the honoring for Mrs. Braffman, and then I'm going to call it a day. Hi Yvonne, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. If you guys are on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button or like button. Hey Brett. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the evening and tomorrow, and I'll see some of you on Tuesday night for Tuesday Night Live, which is electric. Good night, Dale Palmer, Pam, Vince, Eileen, Felicia. Actually, I'm going to switch the keys. Steven. Brett, go back and watch because there's some. I did the Days from the Past story, so it's all about the Limelight Guitar Solo Contest and winning the Hamer Steve Stevens model and turning 50 on the set of Ant-Man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, a quote by my friend Zach Friedoff, great singer-songwriter. When I gave all my love and I've gone home, they'll say I was here and I put a little dent in fear and that I made someone smile. I hope I made you guys smile tonight. Think about someone you love, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. If you can't, hit the subscribe button. There are links to tip if you want to buy me a cup of coffee on PayPal or Venmo, or you can. There's links to the records on Bandcamp. Buying a record is very different than streaming it. Good night, Emma, Vince. Don't forget to tune in to watch Vince tomorrow night on Monday Night Live. Vince Janella. Zach606, hello. Let me get the cello out. right, Margaret? Vince, if you can make sure there's Wi-Fi that I can use that's strong enough to broadcast, that would be great from the show. I forgot to do live streams. I mean, not live streams. Forgot to do shows. So coming up September 2nd in Woodbridge, New Jersey, Woodbridge Wednesdays. I'll be playing with Eve Gerard on drums, who played on my first record, and Warren McCrae on bass. And then right after that, I'll be with Joy Harjo, former United States Poet Laureate, at Philadelphia Museum for Artist on Art. And that is Saturday, October 17th. And then the very next day in New Jersey. Where is it? I'll be with Vince and Rob Balducci and Eileen, and we will be doing Wendy's 50 plus 5. Where is it? Here we go. 50 plus 6. Sorry, excuse me. And then right after that, I will be with Jeannie Thompson, who's right here in the stream. We have a run of shows starting on Wednesday, October 22nd at Page and Palette in Fairhope, Alabama, and then University of South Alabama in Mobile. And then the next week, Thursday, October 29th, will be in Florence, Alabama, for the television recording of the show at the main room. Emma, I do believe I've only had one Venmo. It's at the header of this show. If you're watching, it should be in the YouTube header, or the Facebook header, or the PayPal. Or the Twitch. And thank you. Yeah, Vince, it has to. I think I did do something live last year, but it has to be strong enough to do a live stream. Oh, you think about so much set? The whole set? Sure, if you want to. Oh, that's right. You're still dealing with your hands. Okay, Vince, whatever you want to do. I'll try and pop on. I usually watch, and then I'm working. And then, but I'll see if I can take a break and pop in and say hello. All right, that's it, guys. I will see you on Tuesday.